Squirrels are everywhere, in forests, parks, and even right outside your window. These agile creatures have adapted to all kinds of environments, from quiet woodland areas to bustling city streets. With over 280 species found across the globe, except in Australia and Antarctica, squirrels are far more complex than they seem at first glance. They belong to the rodent family and, like all rodents, their front teeth never stop growing. To keep them in check, squirrels constantly gnaw on wood, nuts, and even tree bark. Their diet includes more than just nuts. Squirrels eat seeds, berries, mushrooms, fruit, and even insects or bird eggs when needed. They're surprisingly intelligent and adaptable. Squirrels are known to observe one another, especially when it comes to food. They've been seen watching other squirrels bury nuts, then digging them up later. They're expert problem solvers too, capable of navigating tricky obstacles just to reach a snack. In fact, researchers have studied their memory and discovered that they can remember the locations of hundreds of food caches for months. You might not think it to look at them, but squirrels can swim. They paddle with their limbs and use their bushy tails like rudders to steer across water. Speaking of that tail, it plays a crucial role, not only for balance during acrobatic leaps but also as a parachute when falling and a warm blanket in cold weather. Their large eyes are positioned on the sides of their head, giving them a wide field of vision to spot predators. Squirrels are also excellent jumpers, often leaping several meters between trees. Some, like flying squirrels, have a skin membrane between their limbs that allows them to glide through the air for impressive distances. Squirrels live in nests called trees, built high in trees out of twigs and leaves. Others use abandoned bird nests or natural tree hollows. These shelters offer protection from predators and the elements. In cold climates, squirrels don't truly hibernate, but they do sleep more and rely on their hidden food stores to survive the winter. Their communication style is fascinating. They use vocal sounds like chirps and clicks, but also tail flicks and body language. When danger is near, a squirrel may freeze, chatter loudly, or use its tail to signal others nearby. These behaviors are part of their survival instinct, honed over thousands of years. In terms of social behavior, squirrels are mostly solitary. Males and females come together only for mating. A mother raises her young alone, usually between 2 and 8 babies per litter. The babies are born blind and hairless but grow quickly, leaving the nest within a few months. Though often thought of as cute and harmless, squirrels can be quite territorial. They'll chase off rivals and even become aggressive if they feel threatened. Their claws are sharp, their limbs strong, and they have no trouble scampering up vertical surfaces or thin branches. In cities, squirrels have learned how to coexist with humans, sometimes a bit too well. They raid bird feeders, chew through wiring, and sneak into attics. But they've also become beloved animals in many parks, where people enjoy feeding them or just watching their antics. Some species, like the native red squirrel in Europe, are now endangered due to the introduction of non-native competitors like the larger and more resilient gray squirrel from North America. Conservationists have been working to preserve these vulnerable species through habitat protection and controlled management. Squirrels can live up to 10 years in the wild, though many don't survive that long because of predators, disease, or environmental challenges. In captivity, they may live even longer. Their natural predators include hawks, owls, foxes, snakes, and sometimes even domestic cats or dogs. Culturally, squirrels appear in folklore and mythology around the world. In Norse legends, a squirrel named Radadoskra runs up and down the world tree, Yggdrasil, delivering messages between a dragon and an eagle. In fairy tales and cartoons, they're often portrayed as clever, energetic characters, a reflection of their real-life behavior. Squirrels also help forests grow. When they forget about buried nuts, some of those seeds sprout into new trees. In this way, they act as accidental gardeners, playing an important role in the ecosystem without even knowing it. There are many different types of squirrels, some with tufts on their ears, others with jet black or pure white fur. Some are no larger than a mouse, while others are the size of a small cat. Each species has its own habits and quirks, shaped by the environment it calls home. Despite their small size, squirrels are fast, alert, and always busy, climbing, leaping, burying food, or scouting for danger. They're one of the most common mammals we encounter, yet they never fail to capture our attention. Whether you see them as playful tree acrobats or crafty little survivors, squirrels are full of surprises. They've adapted to changing climates, urban sprawl, and even human curiosity. Every jump, every stash, every flick of the tail is part of a story that goes far beyond the forest floor.